What's up everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2024 Lexus IS 350 F Sport. This one is finished off in ultra white and the MSRP is just under $56,000. As you can tell, we have a really nice color combo for this particular spec. And let's start off with what powers the IS 350. This is a 3.5 liter naturally aspirated V6. It is paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission and pumps out 311 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque. That power sent to the rear wheels, propelling this 3,800 pound sedan from 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds. Its top speed is 143 miles an hour. Now, for the 24-year model, this IS 350 still retains a similar design as when it first came out. So it's been almost 10 years, right around that we have had this design. Hopefully the 25-year model will have some big updates and changes. I know a lot of people are curious to see when there is going to be an update for this model. But for the latest generation for this, we still have that hourglass design for the grille. Everything is finished off in gloss black. There's a forward sensor along with a camera, more parking sensors. This has LED headlights, DRLs, and turn signals. It's really cool to see that iconic DRL strip right in the middle, and then there's more gloss black on both sides. Now the lines in the hood also come all the way down to that point in the hourglass design, so it's very nicely integrated into this front end. I don't think it's too large. It works very well. Now for the side, this has a very nice set of 19-inch wheels. Being the F Sport model, we have those as part of that package, as well as the adaptive suspension. There's the F badge just behind that, and then the 3-tone design for these mirrors. There's a camera and a turn signal, sunroof up top, and then all of the window trim actually matches the wheel finish, so that is great to see. And then there's a few lines that run down the side just to give it a very clean look. Now in back, this has a gloss black trunk mounted spoiler, and then with the LED taillights, that bar runs right through the middle of that trunk to tie them in. Backup camera with all the sensors, and then there's gloss black and the F Sport dual exhaust located down below. Now as we work our way to the trunk space, there's actually a good bit of room back here. There's a spare tire underneath. You can also fold down the back seats too, just to give yourself that much more interior space. And then it's a pretty lightweight trunk, so that is easy to close. And then as you saw earlier, we have the bright red leather interior matching this white. So 2-tone on the door panel, no storage down below, which is very interesting to see, but there's a speaker, you have your release, as well as your window control. And then at 5'10", I do have this front seat back a little bit farther than I would sit. We do have that luxury option where it does move backwards to easily enter and exit up front. So I can push this forwards a little bit. We have storage pockets, we have some air vents, and then in the middle, we have the armrest and 2 cup holders if you need to use it. Now there's also a rear sunshade, which you can put up and down in the back, and then we have a good bit of visibility. It's a little bit tight, it is on the smaller side, but full-size adults could fit fine. And then up front, we do have storage in that lower section, and then nice trim accent underneath all of the window and mirror adjustments. F Sport is down on the door sill, and then take a look at these front seats with the bolstering support that they have, some more automatic functions down below, and then with my foot on the brake, we can bring this to life, go over the rest of this information and tech. So we have the solid and perforated F steering wheel with all the red stitching. On this left side, there's tuning and volume along with Bluetooth and voice commands. Right side, there's cruise control, and then all of these are for the gauge cluster there. We do have lane keeping assist and your distance pacing. But to go through this info, I can scroll through a little bit as it sits right now. So we don't have a ton to go through, just some vitals that you can see. If I push that tack over to the right, now we have a lot more to go through. So there's a ton of standard safety features that you can go through and adjust as needed. And then you can also scroll into some more information. So you can look at what we just saw in the middle of the tack. There's a few added items though. Then we can pull up the compass, music, look at your cruise control and lane keeping assist, and messages. So just depending on what you need to see for the day, very nice to have that. There's also the paddle shifters too. And then on the left side, at the very bottom is a trunk release. We also have that rear sunshade that I mentioned, so you can raise and lower that as needed. The button next to that is for your 360 view. So you do have two different angles, just depending on how you want to view this. So before you move, you can check out what else is around you. Automatic headlights, and then dimmer switches and an odometer reset are also down there. Now for this large infotainment system, it is a touchscreen system, or you can use these simple buttons down below. There's map, menu, back button, and then there's this trackpad as well as this control in the back. So right now I can use that to swipe up and down. It's just like using the trackpad on a laptop, and when you push down on it, that is how you can enter this information. So you can view this split screen, or you can make it disappear, and when you push on menu, now you can scroll through the rest of this information. You can also push on map to bring that back up. So pretty simple, straightforward to go through. There's an air vent on both sides with a clock in the middle, and we have physical controls for your climate. So you can use them in the screen, or you can quickly get to them and adjust your temperatures. Now for this 24-year model, we still have a CD player, power and volume and tuning on both sides, and then a few other controls are just behind that. This also has heated and ventilated seats, as well as a heated steering wheel. And with it in reverse, you have two different angles, just depending on how you'd like to see that. And then we have drive and the manual. So you can shift here or with those paddle shifters. And we do have a few different drive modes. There's Sport S and Sport S Plus. There's normal, and there's an eco setting too. Behind that, there's a snow mode, along with traction control and auto hold, two cup holders, a little bit of storage with some auxiliaries are in the center armrest, and then the glove box also has a decent amount of space. Now there's garage door buttons on the rear view mirror, along with touch sensitive dome lights. Sunshade is manual, then we have the controls for that sunroof. And it's very easy to see over both shoulders. So you have a lot of glass for this smaller size sedan. And from second gear, here we go. And it definitely gets up and moves. With a mild acceleration like that, I am impressed. It definitely has a lot more potential than what I am doing today. But shifts are very quick, especially in Sport S Plus there. And then if we dial it into Eco now, let's see if there's any differences with the throttle input. Oh yeah, I can already tell I'm at just over 50%, and it didn't climb quite as quickly as Sport S Plus. So it's nice to see there are benefits with that. If you want to save on some MPG or just cruising on the highway, you can put it into Eco, and then when you're ready for more power, just twist on that dial. But behind the wheel now, for this $56,000 Lexus, honestly, I think that's a pretty good price for what you are getting with what is available. Tight turning too, so it's an easy car to maneuver in parking lot situations, things like that. But for the mid $50,000 range, you're basically almost at that entry level for a luxury vehicle with what we have. Not an abundance of technology, but you get that luxury vibe and feel. However, you also get that reliability, the ease of maintenance, things like that. Kind of a 2-for-1 for this model. And I think it's really nice. It will be interesting to see if Toyota and Lexus decide to come out with something new for this. They are putting some hybrid and hybrid assistance in some of their newer models, so maybe it will trickle down into this and we'll get something completely new. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2024 Lexus IS 350 F Sport. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick Lexus Northlake for providing this for me today. Check out their website, give this video a huge thumbs up, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.